Yes, fellas, welcome back to another Daily Race C lap guide. This week is the Group 2s at Suzuka. Wasn't too interested in this combo when it came up. Then after racing on Monday night, I quite enjoyed myself. So if you didn't see that stream, check it out. We'll put the link there. Quick strategy notes. You can do the old 4 and 6 if you want an undercut. Otherwise, it is 5 and 5 on the mediums. Will get you to the end of the race. We've got a new thing we're going to try out today. Yeah, let us know what you think. Drop some stuff in the comments below. Otherwise, without further ado, let's get this party started. On board. Now, here we go. We're going to stop the video a little bit before the braking zone so we can get an idea of what we're looking at. We're using the 50 board here, and it's just trail braking all the way down to the second apex. Trying not to disturb the car too much. Now, this is how much of the road we're using. We're going to go into the back camera. So that's a lot of trail braking, really trying to not lose any speed. The corner's almost finished and we will get to pick up the throttle pretty shortly. Using all the road on the exit. Now this S's section is very tricky. Trying to balance the throttle and using the closed throttle as my brake. We did touch the brakes there, but I'm not genuinely using it. Now we are trying to get wide open throttle and make this next section the world's longest straight. We do have a lift here, only to half throttle, just to make sure we pick up that apex. Once we know we're going to hit it, it's back to wide open throttle. I would ideally be able to do that whole section in wide open throttle, and that is worth a ton of time. Just a quick trail brake down into here, a little bit of threshold to trail. Back on the juice when the car settles on the exit. Now into the hairpin, pretty tricky. Big threshold braking zone. I'm using when that ripple strip runs out as my visual marker. Trail down into the apex. Wait for the car to settle and back to wide open throttle. Clipped a little bit of grass there on the exit. No big deal. Yeah, plenty of wide open throttle sections through here, using the concrete on the right hand side as my lift off point. There's going to be a touch of threshold straight back into trail down to the apex. We took a break from that one. Now the exit of spoon is crucial. I'm using when that ripple strip on the left hand side runs out as my apex. Really trying to clip that. It's really important to get on the throttle really early down this straight. Worth plenty of time. Wide open throttle through 130R, braking about halfway between the 150 and the 100 board. Threshold into the tiniest little bit of trail, and then a squirt of wide open throttle between these two, and then back on the throttle, run the right hand side of the road until the line, and hopefully that'll get you in the 140s. So here we go, without the stopping zones, trail braking all the way to the second apex. Let the car balance, pick up wide open throttle. The S is pretty difficult. I'm just balancing the throttle for my D cell and my A cell. The occasional touch of the brake, but it's generally if I think the car's not going to slow down too much. Trying to get on, this is super important, wide open throttle for as long as possible. The longer you can make that wide open throttle section, the lower your time will be. Touch a trail, threshold trail in the second degner, using all the curb on the exit. Now I was a bit gentle in here, probably a little bit of time there if you really want some. You can drop it pretty easy at that hairpin, and because it's towards the end of the lap, I generally take it fairly easy. Spoon, you're really trying to pick up this apex right about there where the dust is. Now the end of the curb is this apex. Once you feel the car is about to hit the end of that curb, get back to wide open throttle and let the car drift to the right hand side of the track. Not power slide, drift. 130R at wide open throttle. About 125, 130 metre mark. You can keep the car further to the left there to get a bit of turn in. And keep to the right hand side of the road for the finish of the lap. And the in-car camera is back this week by popular demand for all the in-car players. Here we go. This is exactly what I'm looking at when we're doing the lap. Feels like I'm riding these curbs pretty heavily. The angle of the car view showed that it wasn't too bad. Just a touch of brake in there. That was just to pull the nose in sometimes, or a good percentage of the time we can get through there without any brake. This car, the GTR, really decelerates on closed throttle really quickly. Turning in at the 50 board. Getting ready to turn in when that ripper strip runs away. Stay to the right. This is yeah, just a nice radius there. Was trying to finish the corner early so we can get back on the power. Just held fifth a little long. Don't mind putting the right hand wheels on the exit curb there either, and use all that curb if you have to. 130R is pretty casual these days. Just turn in, get a little bit of ripple strip, use the ripple strip on the exit if you have to. 130 metres, full brakes. We just slid past the apex unfortunately on that occasion. Probably another tenth, half a tenth in there, and run the right hand side to the finish line. Now for the bumper players, I'll let you guys take this away yourselves.